Now, AI is changing everything, and if you haven't freaked out at least once about AI replacing you, then I need to ask you, are you even a social media manager? Because things are changing and evolving so quickly that I, as a business owner, agency owner, and social media manager, have brainstormed so much to myself, okay, how can I become irreplaceable? And that's exactly why I wanted to make today's video, because those who are going to be around next year and years from now in a world of highly evolving AI, you need to get ahead and come up with a game plan to make yourself irreplaceable. So today we're gonna make that game plan together, you and me, to get you 3 ways to stay ahead of AI in a fast evolving world so that you won't get replaced anytime soon. Hey, my name is Mil and I own a $500,000 social media marketing agency, and I now help social media managers like yourself do the same. If you're new here, then make sure you grab my free guide on how to become a high earning social media manager that I will drop right below. Now let's dive in. Now, the number one way for you to get ahead of AI is to stop putting yourself on the back burner. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you know I preach, putting yourself first, being your own biggest client and case study. But in a world of AI, this has become more important than ever. Now you're not just even competing with other social media managers, you are actively competing with being replaceable by AI and many tasks that AI can do. And so it is a whole topic even now to where there's AI cloning, a lot of conversation around on LinkedIn where they can even clone yourself, and very realistically so, to actually build a brand. Now, the number one thing that I believe will not go anywhere is personal branding. As much as you can clone someone very realistically, we want to see the raw and the real stuff, the behind the scenes, the not so pretty, the not so glamorous things, right? And so you cannot continue to put your marketing and your brand on the back burner and still expect to land clients, because we're getting more and more skeptical about making investments, right? We no longer know what is AI and what isn't. We are buying from sometimes promoted by AI videos and we didn't even realize it. And so a personal brand is what sets you apart, because your service is more than likely very similar than any other social media manager or agency in the industry. But what sets you apart is your personal brand. I know for our client roster and the way we win 90% of our business is because people invest in me, they trust me, they trust that I know how to lead a team and get the results. On top of that, I'm walking the talk, so they see that I've done the thing for myself, for our brand, for our marketing. And so it's really easy to make that investment and trust that we will be doing the same thing for them. If you don't have a personal brand to back you up, it is a lot of talk and a lot of case studies that you need to showcase to still prove yourself. I eliminate that by having a personal brand. And so if you want to get ahead of AI, you need to start building your personal brand. Not even just your business brand, but you need to start showing up on camera. You gotta become the face of your brand. And as I like to say, become your business biggest influencer, right? You are, as a founder, responsible. There's that responsibility even more than ever with AI, that you're showing up and building that trust and connection with people so that they want to buy from you. Because at the end of the day, people want to buy from people. And if you're only putting yourself out there as a business and neglecting your personal brand, you're going to have a really, really tough time competing with AI. Because I truly believe, not to scare you, I believe there are going to be people, and there are people who are replaceable by AI. And so you need to set yourself apart. And the easiest way to do that is by building your own personal brand so that you can still win a ton of business. And speaking of replaceable, that leads me into the next point, that if you want to get ahead of AI, you need to do more than just posting on social media. Now, here's what I mean by that. Social media managers for a long time, especially entry-level social media managers, if you're just getting started and you're still building your business, you could for a long time get away with just managing pages and posting for people without necessarily having a big picture vision. Maybe, you lacked some strategy skills and still, I think in a time where I started, I could still get away with that. Today, I don't believe many social media managers can get away with that because it's so competitive out there. And AI is there to replace the basics, right? AI can do the research. AI can come up with basic knowledge, basic captions, basic strategy even. And so if you want to set yourself apart, you need to offer more than just posting to social media. So instead, you want to see for yourself, what do you specialize in? This is something I work on with all my mentees inside of the Elite Social Society, my exclusive membership, where they get not only access to me in live training, live coaching, but also an entire content library that I keep fresh and updated every month to train them on how to specialize and build and grow their business. So back to specializing in something, I have mentees who specialize in on-site content shoot. They specialize in content creation. My agency doesn't offer content creation on-site locally, right? And so for us, we specialize in strategy and big picture marketing. So I have the expertise and skill set to think beyond just social media. So when clients come to me, I want to know what they're doing on their email marketing. I want to know what other channels they're doing so that we can make sure that we work in sync. Now, some great options for you to specialize in beyond just posting would be content creation. On-site content creation that clients don't know how to do, or maybe they don't enjoy doing it, whether it's photos, videos. Maybe you're really good at video editing, and so you can set yourself apart by doing a ton of video editing that is engaging, it's fun, it stops the scroll, right? You can offer email marketing. Maybe you have knowledge beyond just social media, or you're going to decide to invest in that knowledge so that you can learn, okay, how can I connect social media and email? Because social media is a great way to grow your email list, but then email is a great way to actually convert that list and get new clients. And so you need to start thinking beyond social media to really have a value proposition for yourself, right? Because here's the thing, if you're only posting to social media and that's about what you do, you may create some basic content and you're posting, then you could not only be replaced by AI, but that is something that a virtual assistant can get hired for. A virtual assistant is a generalist and takes on tasks that can be done by about anyone to just execute. So I don't want you to be just an executor. I want you to have special mojo that you can get known for and promote that in your personal brand so that you can get really known for that one thing you do, and that one thing you do really, really well. Now, speaking of not just executing, this is where I lead you into my very last, final, and almost the most important point is for you to position yourself as a leader and not just an executor. Again, a virtual assistant or a generalist is someone who just executes what they're being told and, follows a plan that's already been made. I want you to do more than just posting. I want you to position yourself as a leader. Because here's the thing, a lot of clients are going to refer to your expertise and your insights because they want you to lead and drive the wheel. So instead of asking a client, well, what do you want? What do you want to post? What do you want to do here? You need to lead and tell them, hey, this is what you need to post based on the goals you've told me about, based on your expertise and what we're trying to build here. You are making their life harder by letting them lead. And so I've had a ton of discovery calls where clients would let me know, hey, we've hired social media managers before, but it simply didn't work out because we were still driving the wheel. We don't want to be the ones telling them what to do. We want them to take it and take that off our plates. Because again, otherwise you might as well work with AI and ChatGPT to say, hey, here's a plan, do this, do that. They want a true expert that's doing this thing every day on your own personal brand. If you have no other clients, start with your personal brand so that you really know what you're doing and what you're talking about. This for me was the easiest way to start to become an expert and learn these platforms and get really good at the type of content that actually works and translate that over to my clients. So that wraps up my video for today on making you irreplaceable in the world of AI, especially in the upcoming years, because I promise you, if you're not implementing these 3 things for yourself and your business, there is a high chance that you're gonna struggle in this industry finding clients and positioning yourself as a true expert. Now, if you want to work with me and learn more about all of these things, growing and scaling your business, you can join me inside of the Elite Social Society. I will drop the link right below, and I can work with you directly on your offer, branding, pricing, and so much more. Now, if you found this helpful, make sure you like, comment below, subscribe, and I will see you in next week's video.